dear listeners. Welcome to the today's lecture topic, the process of creation, ancient and modern view. Since the evolution of humanity, one question has echoed across cultures, continents, and centuries. That is, how did everything begin? From the sacred sources of ancient civilization to the cutting edge of theories of modern science, the process of creation has been a source of wonder, debate, and inspiration. In ancient times, creation was seen through the lens of myth and metaphysics. That is, gods, cosmic acts, chaos, and order. These stories weren't just folklore, they were how people made sense of existence, identity, and purpose. Fast forward to today, and we have equation, telescopes, and particle accelerators. The Big Bang, evolution, quantum fields, our tools and language may have changed, but the curiosity remains the same. So, are these two views, the ancient and modern, in conflict, or are they different ways of answering the same fundamental question? In this video, we are diving deep into how different civilizations understood creation, how modern science explains it, and what happens when we bring these views side by side. The process of creation take place as in the viewpoint of nothing to something. No atom, no time, no space. All of a sudden, a singularity occurs. It's more like the possibility of atom, space, time being born all at once. A singularity is the point where the universe itself begins or collapses. A theory of nothing would try to explain how something can out of absolutely nothing. About 13.8 billion years ago, the universe started as a tiny, hot, and extremely dense point. That is singularity. It is suddenly expanded, not like explosion in the space, but rather an expansion of the space itself. This event is what we call the Big Bang theory. So, in Ayurveda and Darshan Shastra, it has been explained in more deeply, more precisely, and subtle way through step-by-step evolution process. It makes the absolute sense about the how universe manifests from object to vector. The broad-minded philosophers or thinkers consider the manifestation of the world as arising from various causes. Some say from the inherent nature, that is the Swabhav. It is quoted by the Lokayat and Charvak belief. So, as per their belief, the things arise by their own inherent nature. For example, fire burns by nature, water flow by nature, life arises by nature, and some from God. It is quoted by the Nyaya, Vaisheshik, Vedant, and Sankhya, and as well as the Yoga Darshan. As per their belief, God is the supreme cause of the creation, manifestation, and dissolution. Nothing happens without His will. And some from time. So it is the Kal. It is quoted by the Vaisheshik. So as per their belief, time is the creative power, and some from the chance, that is the yadrucha. So it is uh, believed by the Ajivika and Charok. As per their belief, chance, accident is to the manifestation. So which happen randomly without order, like seeds sprouting irregularly. And some consider the destiny. Destiny is the niyati. So it is quoted by Ajivika. Destiny, order, determination is the cause. And some from the transformation, that is the parinam. It is quoted by the Sankhya. So as per their belief, transformation of subtle into the gross, unmanifest into the manifest, and some from the primordial nature, that is the Prakriti. It is quoted by Sankhya and Yoga. Primordial matter or Prakriti itself manifests as the universe or world. The simplification of the evaluation. Avyak is a unmanifest, imperceptible, not clearly expressed. It is the seed form of the creation. It should not be the cause for its own origin. Means it should not be created from anything else. It remains as the subtle cause even when all manifest form dissolve. In Avyakta, everything exists in potential, but nothing is expressed separately. Inside these seeds, fruits, stem, leaves, flowers all exist in potential, but you cannot see them separately. They are hidden and unexpressed. Only when the seeds, sprouts, or disturbance of the trigona take place, those hidden parts come out one by one, like root, stem, leaves, and flowers. So, awake is everything is there in hidden form, but nothing is shown separately. So, in quantum physics, it is believed a vacuum state containing fluctuation that give rise to the universe. The three qualities, sattva, raja, and tama, exist in a state of equilibrium in avyakta, which is considered as a prakriti and which is the primordial entity driving force behind manifestation and interplay between avyakta to vyakta expression. When three qualities, are the sattva, raja, and tamas, balance it, avyakta remains unmanifest. No creation takes place. But when disturbed, evolution begins. Each and every macrocosm and microcosmic creation are the consequence of with permutation and combination by the relative predominance of triguna. Triguna are considered as potential energies of all living and non-living entities. So they are invisible, devoid of form, but their existence within concerned entity is inferred through its effect, beginning with Mahat and followed by the further evaluate. Sattva is concerned with the consciousness, Rajas is concerned with the activation, motion, and Tamas is concerned with the controlling action as it opposes the consciousness or motion. Avyakt should have eight forms: Avyakt, Mahat, Ahankar, and Panchtanmatra. It should be the cause of origin of entire universe. Object is a one single entity. It is the dwelling place of innumerable souls or Atma, just as the ocean is dwelling place for all the living and non-living substance present in it. Manifestation of the Mahar and Ahankar. As we discussed, in equilibrium of the inherent qualities of Prakriti, Avyakt is unmanifest. When Purush or consciousness comes into proximity, this equilibrium of Guna begins and which triggers the creation. Purush does not act, but its near presence enables Prakriti to evolve. And it is like sunlight that allows a seed to sprout but itself remain unchanged. A little motion steers the still air. That is this that done by the Rajas. And Sattva gives the direction, a clarity to that movement. Tamas resists and holds things down. Together, this first imbalance starts creation. So that the first creation is the Mahat. So Mahat, the first evaluate of the Prakriti, it comes into the when it comes into the activity. Or sorry, the Mahat is the first evaluate. So which first evaluate of the Prakriti when it come into the activity. Mahat will have the same features as that of the Avyakta, so which represent the cosmic intelligence, discernment, or organizing principle of the universe. Cosmic math is like to the first thought or the organizing intelligence behind the creation. In the individual, it manifests as the buddhi, the intellect, which analyze the situation, stimulus received, and thereafter by experience, by using experience, logic, eventually judge and decide what to do and what not to do. For example, eating spicy foods now will disturb my digestion. It is through the buddhi. Ahankar evaluate from the mahat. Ahankar is the individualizing principle which give rise to the sense of I or ego, the feeling of the separateness. It divides the one intelligence into multiplicity. Identify the thought or action as mind, create the attachment to identity, lead to the sense of doership, that is the kartutva bhav, and ownership, that is the mamatva. For example, I am a food lover, I am a disciplined. Ahankar branches into three types based on the predominance of the guna. That is the Vaikaric, which is predominant with the Sattva, Tejas, which is predominant with the Rajas, and Bhutadi, which are predominant with the Tamas Guna. Now, origin of the other primordial principle. From that Vaikaric aspect of the Ahankara, aided by the Tejas aspect, are produced the 11 Indriyas, characterized as follow: Shotra, the ear; Tvak, the skin; Chakshu, eye; Jiva, tongue; Gran, nose; Vak, speech; Hast, hand; Upast, organs of generation; Payu, organs of excretion; Pad, foot; Mana, and mind. Indriyas or sense or faculties that connect the person to the world and experience. Shotra, Tvak, Chakshu, Jiva, Gran are considered as Jnanendriya, sense of knowledge. Vak, Ast, Upast, Payu, and Par are considered as the Karmendriya, sense of action, while Man is considered as the Ubhendra, as it coordinates both senses. So it is considered as the internal instrument for the cognition, provide knowledge to the Purush or Atma through the perception from Jnanendriya and Karmetra, and eventually present option or conflicting emotion. For example, should I eat the sweet or not? So this type of the doubt and indecisiveness is persist. From the Bhutadi, also aided by the Tejas aspect, are produced the five subtle elements or tanmatras, each having its own specific characteristics. The subtle sound, Shabda tanmatra; the subtle touch, Sparsh tanmatra; the subtle form, Roop tanmatra; the subtle taste, Ras tanmatra; and subtle smell, that is the Gandh tanmatra. Their gross counterparts are sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. For from these arise the gross element, that is the Panch Mahabhutas: space, that is the Vayu, Akash, Vayu, that is the Anil; fire, that Anal; Jal, and earth, that is Urvi. Panch Mahabhuta are first subtle many Panch Tanmatra are first subtle manifestation of dynamic qualities of unmanifest Prakriti, that is Triguna. They describe as qualities, qualitative essence, experimental potential, and subtle blueprint of perception and matter. So, Panchatanmatra condenses into Mahabhuta, just like DNA condenses into body or code condenses into graphics. Panch Tanmatras are like informational codes, and when condensed under the influence of the Triguna, they manifest as gross element Mahabhut, which build the material universe. Mahabhuta are final perceivable manifestation in the chain. That is the Avyakta to Vyakta form is finally form. Now, Mahabhuta. All the living and non-living things in this world are composed of Panchamahabhuta. There are five primary elements and possesses the same trigun. Different kind of living and non-living things of this universe are born out of these Panchamahabhutas only. The same substance which are composed of Panchamuta Mahabhuta are meant to be used as medicines in the treatment of different diseases. Therefore, one should never think about any other substance other than Panchamahabhutas. Therefore, it was stated that Bhutadi, like all living and non-living substance, are a group of Panchamahabhutas themselves, and they are all composed of the Panch Mahabhutas. We summarize the entire explanation in simple way. In the beginning, there was a avyakt, the unmanifest, the subtle potential beyond the name and form. With the proximity of the Purush form from this avyakta emerged. Mahat, the cosmic emerged into the Mahat, the cosmic intelligence, the great principle that carries the seed of the order and awareness. From Mahat arose Ahankar, the principle of individualization, the sense of I, which divide the all into experiencer or experienced. Out of Ahankar flowed the instrument of experience. First was the 11 Indriyas, the five Jnanendriyas, sense of knowledge, the five Karmendriyas, sense of action, and Ubendriya, that is man or mind, enabling the perception and interaction with the world. Alongside arose the Panchatanmatra, the subtle essence that is Shabd, Sparsh, Roop, Ras, and Gan. From these subtle essence were born the Panch Mahabhutas, the, the five great elements, Prithvi, Jal, Tej, Vayu, and Akash. These are the building blocks of universe, forming all that we see, hear, touch, taste, and smell. The thus from the unmanifest object to gross Panchamahabhutas, the cosmos unfolded step by step from pure potential to mind and senses to the material universe itself. This sequence remains as that the outer world we perceive is deeply rooted in subtle inner principles, uniting spirit, mind, and matter in one grand creation. Thank you. And lastly, I want to ask you to urge you to just give one glance regarding the ancient and modern view of the creation of universe in their perspective. So as per the Ayurveda, we have discussed that the everything is wa- consequent by the Prakriti. So in this, that is considered the primordial quantum field, and with the help of the Purush, the first evaluate Mahatis take place. That is the cosmic intelligence, the law of nature. From that, Ahankar take place, the ego, sense of individuality, emergence of self, and 11 Indriyas, which are the sense and action faculties, and mind, the sensory and motor system, the Panch Tanmatra, the subtle element, the qualia, and the Panch Mahabhuta, the gross element, that state of the matter itself. Thank you.